When I think back to the 80s, there are a number of actors and actresses that just really seem to define the decade. California native Markie Post was definitely one of them. My first recollection of Ms. Post, who is the daughter of a well-known nuclear physicist, was actually about a year before the dawn of the 80s. 1979, I think, was the year that Markie made a guest appearance on a little show that I loved called Buck Rogers of the 25th Century. It was early on during Buck's first season when the show still had a fairly large budget and brought in great guest stars like Frank Gorshin, who also appeared in the same episode with Markie. You know, I thought Frank was cool, but okay, I'll admit it, Markie was hands down the brightest light in this particular episode, which, if memory serves me correctly, was actually a two-parter. Her appearance in the 25th Century is fun fact number 1. And when Markie joined the TV show The Fall Guy during that show's second season, well, that has absolutely got to be fun fact number 2. Why? Well, it was a match made in heaven. Markie has been quoted as saying, "I see prettier girls than me in the grocery store every day," which makes me wonder where Markie shops. Actually, getting back to The Fall Guy, I'd always loved the $6 Million Man, Mr. Lee Majors. So when you add someone with Markie's beauty, talent, and ability to a show like The Fall Guy, well, it's easy to see why. After she joined the program, it ran for 4 more seasons. Okay, fun fact number 3 is all about the classic TV series Night Court. If you have to point to one role that Markie is best known for, it would be her role as public defender Christine Sullivan on Night Court. The show ran for 9 seasons on NBC, and I've got to say, never, even during its final couple of seasons, did the show or Markie seem like it had ran its course. Much had to do with the comedic talents of the late, great Harry Anderson, but you've got to throw props Markie's way as well. In an interview a few years back, Markie expressed a certain amount of disappointment that her character did not end up with Harry Anderson's character in the end. She also found it even a bit odder that the show's writers hooked her character up with John LaRoquette's. Although I love Night Court, I've got to admit that was a bit of a misfire. After Night Court ended its run, Markie starred with one of my all-time favorite actors, John Ritter, in a CBS comedy called Hearts of Fire. Her partnership with Ritter in this delightful sitcom has got to be included in this list of fun facts. Markie has often said that she truly loved working with Ritter in this series, which ran for 3 seasons. Fun fact number 5 is a simple one. Over the years, Markie has found steady work in both TV and movies, and that would include a role in one of my favorite comedies from the late 90s, the super zany There's Something About Mary. Yep, Ben Stiller, Matt Dillon, Cameron Diaz, Chris Elliott, and Markie Post. How can you go wrong? Alright, time for a bonus fun fact. Did you know that Markie was involved in a project to revive the Sid and Marty Krofft Saturday morning classic superhero show, Electra Woman and Dinah Girl? Yep, way back in 2001. Anyway, for better or worse, this thing was not picked up by any network, but if you're curious, you can find it right here on YouTube. At least at the time of the recording of this video. You know, I've got to ask, what can't you find on YouTube? It's such a wonderful place full of hidden treasures. Okay, not everything is a treasure, but you get my point. So that's it. Enough Markie Post, at least for today. Are you a fan of her work? And what was your favorite program that she was on? I think I'd probably stick with The Fall Guy. It was her first really big recurring role on a television show, and it was definitely a good one. Please share your memories in the comments section, and while you're at it, I'd love a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I would be honored, absolutely honored, if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I talk about music, movies, and television, mostly from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.